Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu and members of the Collen Mashawana Foundation have visited Nonkululeko Nqulwana in Orange Farm. This comes after we reported on her story this week. Now, the 74-year-old has been living in her car since last year. Nqulwana applied for an RDP house in 1996, and the Gauteng Human Settlements Department has a record of her application. For more on the story, we're joined by Newzroom Afrika's Zikhona, Tshona, who's in the Orange Farm and has been following developments there throughout the morning. So what kind of intervention has come from the Social Development Minister?
Well, Dudu, the Minister as well as the Collen Mashawana Foundation have just met with Nonkululeko Nqulwana. The problem here is that she actually does not have a piece of land. So the department as well as the foundation will have to try and find a way to speak to the councillor to see where she can be accommodated. I understand last night members of the community in Orange Farm took her in because it was raining in this area. As you've mentioned, she has been living here since the 17th of December last year. How she got here is that she was renting an RDP house and the rent just got too expensive for her to afford with a pension grant. She's also talked about not wanting to rent anymore. She wants to be able to enjoy her pension. As you can imagine, paying 1,000 Rand rent on a pension grant, what is left is not even enough to buy food. But the minister is here. You've met with Umakulu Minister. Where to from now?
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I also wish to thank you for having taken time to be here. This is what we need to do as both government, public sector, private sector, as the Collen Mashawana Foundation is here. We need to pull our resources together, and the HOD from the Gauteng Social Development is here. It's about pulling our resources and seeing what we need to do, and we've already agreed that firstly we need to get in touch with the human settlements, because she says she already registered for an RDP house for herself a very long time ago, and the HOD is here to make sure that they connect to the HOD of human settlement. But the first and most important issue is to thank the community who actually even took her in yesterday and put her in another mkuku just for the night. And the Collen Mashawana Foundation is now saying they can be able to put up a temporary structure where at least she can be safe, because my biggest worry was if she's out of here and she's put in another place, she's old. It's safer here because there's a gate, and then there's neighbors, by the way. I wish to thank the neighbors, because the neighbors also came through to say they assist in the best way that they can. The way forward for us is, one, let the Collen Mashawana Foundation put up the temporary structure. Two, let social development also assist in what we normally do in terms of support for the food and whatever we can be able to do. But most importantly is the human settlement. Human settlement must be the one that can allow a situation where the Collen Mashawana Foundation can build the house, because they came here to promise her to build a house for her. So the temporary structure is just a make-do for now, but they've already promised that they can build the house. So it's about finding the piece of land where the house can be built. That's why when we came here, we asked for the councillor. They said the councillor is on the way. We also asked for the caretaker, because there's a caretaker for this place, so that at least she can be allowed to put up a temporary structure.
Thank you so much, Minister. We hope that the Department of Human Settlements is listening to this broadcast. The Collen Mashawana Foundation has promised to build a house. Just talk to us about the challenge that you face when people don't have land.
Thank you for having us and speaking to us this afternoon. The challenge of access to land is a challenge that we experience throughout the country in our efforts to try and help and restore dignity amongst our people. And I think Gogo's situation has demonstrated to us that there are elderly people that can also afford to build for themselves. Because if Gogo could afford to pay 600 Rand rental of a structure, it means it's possible for her to save up that money and build something for herself. But because of lack of a stand, she's unable to do that. So we are here as an NGO working with social development. We've committed to build a new home for Gogo. Gogo has applied for a home for over 26 years now, and she's just been waiting and no communication whatsoever. It's cloudy, it's about to rain today, she's going to sleep in the car. So I think our collective efforts, including yourselves as reporters, to have brought this matter to everyone's attention should be what should be applauded today. So we are pleading to government where there are delays in building houses or where there are delays in allocation of houses. We are pleading that they make available stands, either for us as NGOs to be able to build homes for those in need or for those that can afford to be able to build for themselves.
She's also spoken about how Orange Farm has traumatized her and she does not want to be in this area. How are you going to go about trying to find her a place elsewhere?
I think in the entire region there are a lot of human settlement developments that are currently underway. As the HOD of Social Development indicated, she will be speaking to human settlement to understand what other developments can they make allocation for Ugogo, whether it's for a stand or whether it's for a already built house. But we have committed not to leave here today until there is a solution, either temporary or a permanent solution for Ugogo.
Thank you. Collen Mashawana from the Collen Mashawana Foundation saying that they are not leaving here today until there's a temporary solution to make sure that Nqulwana is safe. Also, highlighting the fact that when people don't have land, don't have a stand, it makes their work as a foundation very difficult, appealing to the Department of Human Settlements to come forward and just try and make this job easier for them as a foundation.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call impact work, which is by and large what the profession is about. That intervention coming through for Umakhulu following Newzroom Afrika's story, bringing you the news of her living from her car. Zikhona, Tshona, great job. Well done to you. Thank you very much for that update.